Here we are with Paul's F900 XR. We have a Mark II version of our F900 series nav mount. A few customers, especially the taller people, wanted a bit more clearance above the TFT for the nav, which then meant a bit of a redesign to incorporate that. And some people were mounting some heavier units in there, so bringing it up and forward a bit. I was concerned about leverage, so we've gone for a slightly different design. We've actually canted the arms forward rather than bringing them straight up, and these side rails are actually anodized aluminium, so we've got a really rigid structure there. And then we've obviously got the infill piece, and then the trim panel will go on there to cover the bolts up. So let's put it on and see what it looks like. Okay, so first step, obviously just lift the screen off. Put it somewhere safe and secure so it can't get scratched. Paul's got the, I think it's a Puig touring screen. No, it's not, it's Power Bronze touring screen on this bike, but it's the profile is exactly the same as with the standard screen. So, excuse the locals. So there's no issues with clearance on the screen for the nav mount. So when you're taking the screen off, there are some little top hats, bushes on the underside. And you just want to make sure they don't fall out and get lost when you do that. Like that one's about to. So just put on some safe. Right, so first we pull these two plugs out, which will allow us to take the trim panel off. So there's one. There's two. Keep those because you'll need them for the new part. That panel comes off, which then gives us access to the mounting points. I'm going to lift the screen frame off. So it's just these 4 bolts. In the kit there will be longer bolts to take up the thickness of the screen of the nav mount frame. So that simply lifts out. Take those bolts out. Okay, so the new nav frame literally just goes in and drops in on there. So here are the longer bolts in the kit. So I'll just put one of those in. It's all in good and solid. Okay, so here's the trim panel, and here are the 2 BMW plugs that we took out earlier. So it literally just drops in behind there, down, line up the holes, and then that goes in and it just pushes in. Right, so that's those 2 back installed. Before we put the screen on, I'm then going to take the original cradle off and put that in there because it's easier without the screen in the way. So 2 screws, 1 on each side, removes the cradle from the BMW bracket. World's longest screws. That one. So that's the cradle removed. There's a cable tie just on the side we need to cut. I'll just snip that off. Right, and you'll find that the wiring is also held in behind one of these rubber bands, so literally just open that up and just remove the wire. That gives us the slack to run up behind the TFT and get it into the right place. Come on, that sews back together. So take the slack, that comes up behind the TFT. 2 screws. As a general guide, I usually put the TFT at the angle just a little bit tighter than the TFT for the nav. That way it's just a little bit more upright and gives you a better view of it. But again, you can just slacken the 2 screws off and set it to the angle that you want. Obviously you don't need this anymore, so it makes sense to take it away, but when you do take it off, you'll see it's got BMW used the world's ugliest bolts. So also in the kit you'll find some correct sized Allen bolts to replace those. So I'm just going to take these out 2 at a time so we don't change the handlebar position. The replacement bolts. Take the other 2 out. Torque setting on these is 19 Newton meters. And to be honest, it's really light, so just pinch them up adequately, that's fine. And there you have it, a much cleaner looking top yoke. Screen back on and job's a good one. So there we have it, one installed nav mount. Screen still adjusts through, even in its low position, plenty of clearance in there to get in and around. And there you have it. We've got lots of clearance above the TFT, so you're not missing any information off the top of the dash. And you know, so even the taller riders are going to get totally clear instruments. And there you go, nice and simple, easy to install, puts the nav in a much better position. Right, so there you have it. If you've got any questions, any comments, drop them in the box below, send us a message or an email, and we'll get back to you. Cheers guys. Afternoon everyone, so this is just a little update at the end of the video for the Mark II or Gen 2 nav mount for the BMW F900 XR and also the 850 GS. One of the questions that's going to come up is whether you can use the screen adjuster still if you're using a BMW connected ride or the connected Cradle units. The answer is yes. Just tested this on a customer's F900 with the BMW connected Cradle and the biggest phone that will fit in the Cradle fitted, and you can still adjust the screen using the lever arm with that in place. The BMW connected ride GPS unit is smaller than the maximum width of the phone included, so therefore it works with the phone, it will work with the connected ride unit as well. So I hope that helps. Any questions, drop me a message. Cheers.